This is a 2025 Ford Ranger Raptor. And this is a new color for this model year. I borrowed it from Kengar Ford here in West Valley, Utah. Be sure to ask for Ken in the commercial department. Let them know you saw the video. Let's go and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is a description with the colors, so you can see desert sand. And this is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause to see more. Down below are all the options. This one does have the 800A equipment group. B-lock wheels for $14.95, and then the security code keypad was $225. Base price comes in at $55,720 with destination at $15.95, with a total price of $59,035. And then off to the side are the Philly comment numbers. Apart from the two new colors, marsh gray and this desert sand, nothing really changes with this pickup. So when you get a Ranger Raptor, you're getting the most hardcore off-roader money can buy. This is basically a Baja truck, in other words. Now on the front, you guys can see they do spell out Ford, and it does have premium lighting top and bottom, so full LED. You have the projector style headlights, and as you get a little bit closer, it says performance LED. They also provide a camera front and center with a sprayer to clean it off if it gets muddy. And overall, it has a nice design. You have a little bit of silver trimming down below, recovery loops right there. And check out those huge skid plates down below. Active grille shutters, great ground clearance, and they kind of give you a cutout on the front here too. And check out that wide stance with the fender flares. Very good looking truck. On the hood, you have these vents right here. I noticed that this one's actually popped up a little bit. And let's go ahead and check out the suspension next. This is the main reason why you buy a Ranger Raptor, and that's this suspension. This is going to be a live valve, just a single live valve, 2.5-inch diameter shock, coilover setup, and double wishbone, and those upper and lower control arms are going to be finished in aluminum. And you guys can see that steer knuckle right there. That is steel, but notice how they hollow it out too. That's a good thing because it's going to help with weight savings for sure. Now this is a 1-to-1 hub, by the way. And this suspension does give you 10.1 inches of travel. And then check out the tires here. These are the BF Goodrich tires. These are the KO3s. LT 285 7017 is the tire size, so it's going to be a 17-inch wheel. Now if you were to remove that gray ring around the wheel, you would see more holes for your tires if you plan on running B-locks. And this is a load range C tire. Now as far as the capacity goes, it is right here, 2,755 pounds. Max PSI is 50, and I'll show you guys the yellow sticker on the door here in a second. But these tires are basically 32.7 inches tall, 11.2 inches wide. So it's a pretty meaty tire for sure. Now here's the other side of the suspension. You can see that sway bar. No disconnect, and that's in part to this being a Baja truck. Now if this was a trimmer, they might offer something like that maybe in the future, hopefully. Fabric material for the liner. You have this side vent here, and here's a side view of the truck. Now this color does not have any metallic. It's just a flat color, by the way, too. But I like it though. It's something different, right? Mirror caps are painted. You have some turn signals, cameras right there that make up that 360 camera view, blind spot monitoring. I'm sure these mirrors are heated. Smart key system on the front doors, painted door handles, and you have your high clearance steps here. They say Raptor. F-150 Raptors don't say that anymore. And then here's where you're gonna fill up at 87 or higher. Full LED taillights, and I believe this is the only truck that gets these taillights, by the way. Dual exhaust looks great. They give you recovery loops on the receiver hitch right here, and you probably can lift the truck too from this hitch if you need to replace a tire. You have your 7 and 4 pin, And this truck does have a locker. And you guys see that spare tire? It is a Steely, but you have a matching KO3 tire, which is nice. Now, do you guys see that suspension over here? You can actually see a little bit better over here. This is called the Watts Link. I've never seen this suspension on any truck from the factory, which is kind of cool. And basically, it just has a central pivot point, and you can see that on that rear diff. So pretty overbuilt stuff. You guys see also those, well, hopefully you can see them. You have more of those Fox shocks. They do lean forward a little bit too, and it is a coilover setup too, so there's no leafs out back on this truck. So this is truly for that high-speed off-road performance. Here's that rear. You can see that they stamp Ranger in the tailgate. They also have a Raptor badge. And I do like the design of this bumper. It has a matted finish just like the fender flares. And it does sit a little bit higher too. LED license plate lights. Also, you have an LED light for hooking up at night, more cameras. And this is an assisted tailgate. No shocker at 60 grand. Tie downs, more bed lights right there on both sides. 120 volt power plug. You can see your tie downs right there. Only thing missing is a spray in. That's it. Defrost with a power sliding glass right there. And here's a side view. Under the hood of this Ranger Raptor is this 3-liter twin-turboed V6. This engine puts out 405 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. Now, it says here that this is just direct injection. Ford's specifications say port in direct injection, and I was under the impression that the Explorer that has basically the same engine is just direct injection. So I don't know what to believe. Sometimes Ford's information is a little bit off on the website. So in the comment section, if you do know, let me know in the comment section. I'll try to remember to pin your comment, because like I said, on Ford's website it does say that it's just actually on Ford's website it says it's port and direct, but here it says just direct injection. Now all that power does go through a 10-speed transmission. This block is compacted graphite iron, so this is a pretty overbuilt engine. Let's go ahead and check out the interior next. Inside the interior, they do give you a lot of nice soft touch on the door. This is gonna be like a leatherette. You see some of the stitching is finished in black, and this is very unique. This is not the same material here. Nice graphic. Seat memories, you have up to 3. Power folding outside mirrors, and you have auto up and down just for the front windows. They give you some satin treatment on those too. Spot there for a bottle and some storage. And you have that Ford Performance badge. Now as far as the seats go, this is going to be a 10-way, including the lumbar support. On the seats you have that orange and some suede inserts. Great bowstring on these tops too. The only thing I would like to see is perforated leather. I feel like for this price point that would be nice. Helps the seats to breathe better, especially for a Baja truck too, just saying. It says Raptor right there. These headrests do not tilt, by the way, too. But overall, really nice design seats, and they definitely hug you in there for sure. Now you can see on the steering wheel they have perforated leather, more of that stitching in the orange. And then on the dash, really nice treatment there. Here's some of your controls for the lighting. Let's go ahead and check out the passenger side. 8-way seat. On the dash, there is some hard plastic up here, and this does open for additional storage. You have these vertical lines right there, open storage. Here is the glove box, more leather, hard plastic, so I'm glad they put that there for sure. Out back, let's go ahead and pull these out. So you do have over the floor mats with this one. Now you notice how they do take away that nice soft fabric right here in the rear, but you still have leather right there, which is nice too. Seat back pockets on both seats. No air vents. 120 volt power plug. You have a Type A, Type C USB. down below. There is a hump, which is no shocker because of what this truck is. And they still give you the suede and the orange accents on the rear seats. As I said on the outside, that is a power sliding glass. And let's go ahead and put this seat up so you guys can see what's underneath. No 60/40 bench. Storage, and a little bit more on that side. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Here's the steering wheel, some of the controls. Hopefully you guys can see it. Sometimes the sun messes with my camera. Now if you want to start it up, it is right here. Also, you have your trailer brake, paddle shifters, and you have a 12-inch screen, 12-inch screen on this side too. Now if you put it in reverse, here are your cameras. Okay, you guys see on the screen too, it has dual climate control, heated seats, heated steering wheel, wireless charger. Also you have two types, well not type C's, you have a type C at the very top, type A at the bottom. Gear selectors right here, cup holders, electronic parking brake, self parking, traction control can be disabled or turned back on, auto stop start. And this is like an off-road page for the screen. Front and rear lockers. You have your off-road trail control. Should have one pedal drive, so if you're not experienced for going off-road, this should be a little bit easier for you. If you hit these 3 lines, you have your pitch and roll, and you can disable your parking sensors if you're going off-road too. A little bit of a delay there, and if you want to lock those axles, it's pretty easy. Just push the button. Also, you have multiple drive modes. I like the fact that this has 4-wheel drive auto, but if you get really stuck, you have 4-low. This is wrapped in leather. Decent storage. They give you a 12-volt power plug in there. Now if you want to get out of here, you just push the button again. It brings you back to this screen. Here's a few things that you can go into. If you go to general, you have a few things that you can set up, customize. And this is basically the home screen as well. Now on this side, if you want to adjust like your steering, you have comfort and sport or normal. Also, the same thing goes for your exhaust. If you want a little bit louder, you can do that. And this sounds pretty good. You can even quiet it down too if you like. You have an R mode too, so it shows you this. Now if you were to lock in those axles, it would show up on this screen too. Let's close that door. Trip information is right there. Now if you go over to your menu, this will take you here. I do like the off-road pages that they give you on here. I like to go to Raptor status, where we just were, and it just shows you a list of everything. Pitch and roll. And they give you some temperatures for transmission and a few other things. And I like to see transmission because when you go off-road, believe it or not, that transmission gets hot. If you go back again, you can customize the gauges at the very top there if you go to settings. One thing I like to see personally, I like to see the turbo gauge. So it's pretty much called vacuum and boost. So there it is. You can pretty much see that. And here's a few of the things that you can add in there too. Engine oil temperature can be added. Inlet air temperature. There's a lot of nice things in here. Cylinder head temperature. That's nice. Hold on. Let's check that out. That's nice. I like that. Yeah, that's a lot of good stuff. But yeah, I like to see boost in there too. But overall, I think that this is probably one of the best ones for sure. It is expensive. I mean, $60,000. Black liner for the roof. They do provide lights for the vanity. Here's your auxiliary switches. Place for your sunshades. You want to slide that rear glass. Pretty easy to do. LED interior lights. And on the dash, you have a speaker, and that's pretty much it. Let's go and check out the payload. Here are the numbers on the door. Gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 3,351 pounds. The rear is 3,615 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 6,790 pounds. Wheels are going to be 17 by 8.5 wide. Axle code is a 4L. And all-in payload, 1,311 pounds, 39 PSI all the way around. I think for the money, yes, these are very expensive, but look what you're getting. You're getting a pretty overbuilt off-road suspension. I mean, if you were to go and buy that from the factory, I'm talking about Fox, that is, it'll probably cost you $5,000 or $6,000 on the low end, for sure. So it wouldn't be worth it. Even when you think about the bumpers, the front rear lockers, the more capable tires and B-lock wheels, this is a really nice truck to have, especially if you don't plan on really towing anything, but you want something that you can take off-road and still go to church in. Hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Make sure the bell notifications are on. See you guys soon.